are your expectations for Shedeur Sanders with this head coaching hire?
I have none. Because any expectation for Shedeur Sanders under Todd Monken, I believe, will lead to disappointment. There is nothing about Todd Monken as a head coach that should get you excited. As an offensive coordinator, you could say Lamar Jackson had an MVP season under Todd Monken. As an offensive coordinator, Lamar Jackson had 41 touchdowns and 4 interceptions under Todd Monken. As an offensive coordinator, you can make arguments under Todd Monken. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships at Georgia under Todd Monken. But as a head coach, no. Nothing about Todd Monken as a head man gets me excited. I need to see who the offensive coordinator is going to be. That's what I need to see. But what I don't yet see, T, is like, how is Todd Monken going to command that locker room, command that group of men? And also, if I'm Shedeur or anybody in that locker room, why am I listening to Todd Monken? What have you won on an NFL level as a head coach?
Now, I watched this episode live in real time when it aired and he gave this take. And honestly speaking, I didn't agree with it, but I did not think it was going to go crazy the way it did on Twitter and everybody talking about it, retweeting it and all these different things. Really, y'all? So I want to ask you, is it the message or is it the sender? Right message, wrong sender. How do you guys really feel about it? Because I saw a lot of people bringing up Acho's experience and lack thereof, what he did or didn't accomplish in the NFL. And I'm asking you guys, if you're going by Acho's experience and saying you don't have the right to talk, or give your opinion, then what he said about Todd Monken, isn't that kind of in line with the same thing? Because he's talking about him not winning. So Shedeur, and he also said Shedeur and anyone else in that locker room. He said both. It wasn't just Shedeur, although Shedeur was the name that was used, obviously, because Shedeur is going to pull in the clicks and the likes and the views. But he spoke to everyone. Now, as it pertains to Shedeur, he's in no position to not listen to any coach. His job is to listen, it's to grow, it's to evolve, and to ultimately be the best NFL QB he can be. And start by getting that NFL job, because it hasn't been NFL starting QB job, because it hasn't been cemented in stone that he's going to be the face of that franchise going forward in terms of being the starting QB, right? Because Dylan Gabriel's still there, and so is Deshaun Watson. But back to what Acho said. A lot of people brought up Acho's lack of experience, and he brought up Todd Monken's lack of experience. Isn't that pretty much the same thing on either side that everybody's doing, judging somebody based off of their experience or lack thereof? You cannot have a winning record, or should I say, not have experience. I won't say winning record. Not have experience as being a head coach or have experience in a specific job, but still turn out to be an all-time great coach, still turn out to be a great coach, still turn out to lead your team to wins. When it comes to the NFL, there's a lot of layers to winning. Coaching obviously is one part. Having your QB is a different part. Having the roster around that QB makes a big difference. Your coaching staff that you implement to have those around you, ownership, GM, cap space, all that the injuries come into play, matchups when you get to the playoffs come into play. So many things so many layers go into winning. So it's not just solely on the coach and his experience or how much of it he has that determines the outcome of wins. But when it comes to Acho, though, he'll always say, like, I was not one of those ones. But being that Acho was still an NFL player, it was a short-lived time. His experience in getting to the NFL and, being around NFL players, coaches, in locker rooms, does his experience not add any kind of insight or value to how some players may think?